So it is absolutely new year, new me time. Everybody and their mother is gonna really try to become an entrepreneur over the next month or two, but I promise you, just about none of them are gonna succeed. And the reason why is because they're sold on this huge idea of, ooh, money. And unfortunately, it takes a lot of work, and a lot of people, I know you guys have heard this all the time, but a lot of people will not put that work in. So that's what makes you and I a little different. You clicked on this video because you care about the things that really matter in building a business. And one of the biggest things that is just absolutely overlooked by the Iman Godzi types, just pretty much everybody, is the back end. How do you systematize a business? How do you make it so that you don't actually have to be there for the business to operate smoothly, profitably, and still grow? So that's something that I am gonna be focusing on this year, and I'm gonna be building in public. I'm gonna be sharing this journey with all of you, because I haven't really seen a lot of people go over this stuff in a fun, fashionable way. And yes, I am wearing a stained American Eagle shirt, but I promise I have better fashion than this. And before we really jump into the back-end plan to build your video editing agency, I want to go over some discourse that has been going on a lot over the last year. There's two sides. There's the side that says building in public is awful, it will kill your business, somebody will do it faster and better than you because they have more resources, either energy or money. Then there's the other side that says building in public was the best thing that ever happened to me. I made connections that I thought I never would have, and I'm more successful than I would have been if I, kept to myself. And I think there's some advantages and disadvantages to both sides. I'm a pretty big lurker on X, formerly Twitter. I'm gonna call it X. I'm one of those guys, unfortunately. And I have been following a lot of people, maybe even some more niche people that are business owners in multiple different spaces, like AI, real estate, even laundromat guys. And of course, the crypto bros. I mean, you always have to be following a crypto bro. You just need to know what that side is up to every now and then. It helps. And the biggest thing that I've seen is that you can build in public and be niche at the same time, and you can get those benefits that the build in public people say are good while avoiding the negatives that the build in public people say are bad. I think the biggest thing about building in public is that you're really gonna make some connections. And if you're a truly entrepreneurial person and all you want to do is build a sustainable business, probably try to be a micro influencer. Just post on X. Maybe some YouTube videos here and there. Don't put too much quality into what you're doing. Just use it as a train of thought. Just spew whatever is on your mind. That's more or less what I'm doing right here. And who knows, maybe you'll get super successful with that and then you have a content business. But at the end of the day, you may just make some connections, which I'm hoping I will, that will further my business, these people's businesses, and just overall create a nice little community of wealth and abundance. But there's a flip side to all of this. If you want to be a content creator and that's the end goal, is building an audience and selling to that audience, so you guys, building in public is probably gonna work. And I think a lot of the proponents of building in public are just content creators at the end of the day. That was their business model starting out with. They just used some stupid AI wrapper app that they were making as a way to build that audience and start building in public. And when I say building in public, I like building in public. Their real goal was just to build an audience to sell to that audience. And as an entrepreneur, which, I mean, all of you are, I think you need to be considering multiple revenue streams at all times. I mean, that's just age-old advice. Have multiple revenue streams. So if content can be a revenue stream that, maybe floats you during the months that are bad for the actual business, perfect. Stick with it. But I think my main goal here with building in public is to build a community, because I have a free Discord down below. Go check it out. I really want to chat with you guys. I think that we can bring a lot of value to each other. To spread my business, because at the end of the day, this is marketing. I mean, come on, guys. I'm gonna get a lot of leads through posting videos like this. And also just an outlet for me to track my progress as not only an entrepreneur, but as an individual, a sales master. I wouldn't consider myself a sales master, by the way. Honestly, part of being good on camera and just riffing is going to help me with sales. So that's a huge reason I'm doing this as well. But either way, building in public, I think, is a good idea if you approach it the right way. I'm approaching it in the way that, cool, this could be a revenue stream at some point, but at the end of the day, I'm probably going to meet people that are going to help further my business, and I may get a few leads that are integral to me growing as a person and as a business owner. So with all that being said, I'll whip out my phone now and I'll get into my 160-day plan on how I'm going to be building this video editing agency, more or less the back end, and systemizing it. Systematizing? Is it systemizing or systematizing?
The correct spelling is systematize.
It is systematize? You know what? I always thought everybody that said systematize was an absolute Neanderthal. I didn't know that was the actual word. Who's the Neanderthal now? Guess it's me. I think another thing that I failed to mention in my riffing session before this was that this is gonna hold me accountable as well. I've had a hard time with chasing bigger goals and bigger dreams because of comfort. That's probably a whole nother video that I may make tomorrow, is talking about comfort. I was very comfortable this last year, and it kills. Comfort hurts. So me putting myself out here like this and sharing exactly what I'm gonna do and having people watch that, it holds me accountable. It's the number one accountability method. Post what you're doing. And I think that's a huge reason that people do build in public, is because it keeps you accountable. And accountability is important, especially in a comfort era. Like, we are just living in comfort constantly. Even if you aren't that well off, you're still more comfortable than people were 100+ years ago. So comfort is huge, and it is a killer. All right, so 160-day business evolution plan. I spent some time the first few days of this year kind of building this out. Days 1 through 60, and I think I can do a lot of this a lot quicker. But this is, setting reasonable goals here. Days 1 through 60, foundation and systems. Focus, documentation, and systematization. Again, I can't believe that's a real word. Key deliverables for this first 2-month, 60-day block is document editing processes, create training materials, templates for common video types. So in my mind, this is going to be the gaming niche, maybe the documentary niche. Create a document or a project, probably like a document and a project that go hand in hand, with a whole library of music, assets, whatever, that give the people that I hire in the future or the clients that I go to work with a really good idea of what you're getting and setting a quality bar. Like, this is the bar of quality that you're getting no matter what, because we have the resources to do it. I need to figure out a rate structure for hiring. I'm huge on the video editing side of X as well, a huge lurker there, and people don't get paid enough. So I want to make sure that I am paying a reasonable rate, while also helping people further their skills and have consistent work, because consistency is something that I've struggled with in being a top tier video editor. And it's something that I want to fix for video editors, is help with consistency and help with setting the mark for pay. And by the way, if you guys don't know, go check out my website down below. I have edited over 1 billion views, generated over $5.25 million for businesses. I've done a lot of cool stuff. Worked with startups in San Francisco, worked with gaming YouTubers in London. I've really spread my wings and had a fruitful, fun career so far. And I'm excited to just make it bigger, bring my impact to a larger, wider audience. So business owners, editors, help them, I'm just excited for the future. By the way, I'm going to be going on tangents here and there throughout going over this plan, so the entire evolution plan is going to be in a Google Doc down below. Just click it, open it up, enjoy it. Days 61 through 120, transition and testing. The focus of this is going to be team building and role evolution. So the key deliverables are going to be first contractor, hired and trained. Hey, if you're a video editor and you're interested in working with me, you're interested in learning and going through this process with me, shoot me a DM on X. Link is down below. Create a project management system. I already have one in place because I already use one with my clients. It's going to be pretty easy to get that set up. I love Notion, but ClickUp is a huge favorite of agency owners. Create new service packages. I've already done this. I've already done the math on this and figured out how much I want to be charging and the exact type of client I want to be working with, which I can share in the future. I mean, sharing that document with all of you would be really fruitful, not only for me to get some feedback, but for you guys to learn a lot and get some of my industry knowledge. Days 121 through 160. The focus is going to be stabilization and automation. Automation actually sounds like a word compared to systematization. The key deliverables here are going to be automating workflows. So automating invoicing, client messaging, all that. I've been messing around a lot with Python, JavaScript. I know how to code decently well, and I think I'm going to be applying a lot of that to my agency to just, give us a leg up on everybody else. If If we have a custom-made project management system that directly integrates with your YouTube analytics, and just the amount of information visualization that we can do would help tenfold and really set us apart as a top-tier editing agency that actually delivers results. The other key deliverable is quality benchmarks. So I want to set some benchmarks, not only for like me as the owner, but for my editors and even my clients. I want to hold my clients accountable. Like, I think the big message here is just accountability this year for me and my businesses is accountability. Everybody needs to be held accountable, and I think that I'm in a position to be doing that. But yeah, set some quality benchmarks. Like, this is how many videos we're editing a month as a whole. This is how many clients we have. Of course, like, set revenue goals, but I think get even nitty grittier than that. Like, set client targets, set total view targets, set weekly view targets. Like, there's just a lot that we can be doing, and all of those targets can then be used in marketing. So like, if we do a huge push to get 20 million views in 7 days for our clients, and we do it, that's an insane headline for a post or a video. Like, it would kill. So yeah, that's the 160 day, or is it 120 day? Let me double check here. 160 day. That's the 160 day plan to get your agency up and running. Now, this is all very back-end focused. This is not marketing focused. I think I'm going to create another video once I start diving into the marketing a bit. And I'll create another video when I start, you know, building these projects, these templates that I'm going to use to train my editors. Now, again, I think the main focus of this video is building community and potentially finding some editors that want to work with me. If you're interested in partnering up, getting some pretty decent rates, let's do it. Go check out my website, check out the document below, and you guys have a really good new year.